V1 JBL, V1 CSE portable. Good evening to you, Jim. Normal frequency. Yep, time sensitive. Just now, so I'll catch you all later. Look forward to your check-ins tomorrow morning there. VE1 JBL, VE1 CSE 73.
Yeah, okay, very good, Robert. Thanks very much for taking part. 7-3. Have yourself a great evening there. Brian, VE1 IQ, VE1 JBL. Good evening.
And good evening, Jim, and all those on the channel tonight. And I guess no traffic from here. Just a very quick check-in from Greenwood here. Where it's currently 0 degrees. VE1 JBL, VE1 India, Quebec.
Yeah, okay, very good, Brian. Good and everything. Brian, I tried to contact the Greenwood Club a couple weeks ago and asked them a question, but I never heard back from them there. I'm not sure what's going on there, but I was asking about the VAL repeater, what they were going to do with that. It was come back online or what, but anyways, that was the question, but I never heard back from them, Brian, so if you can touch base with them, see if there's a question somewhere and somebody has an answer or what, but I'd appreciate that. VE1 IQ, VE1 JBL.
Yeah, I'll get an answer for you, Jim, but after the net there, give me a landline if you can.
Yeah, okay. It won't be tonight, Brian. I've got things tied up here tonight. Here, as soon as the net's over, I got other things I got to do here. But we'll try and get together there sometime. Okay, thanks, Brian. Appreciate it. 7-3. Have yourself a great evening. And Gordon, where are we portable tonight? VE9 GC, VE1 JBL. I think you were saying last week was going to be St. John. Go ahead.
V1 JBL with the Wednesday Night Fusion Net, VE9 GC remote. Well, good evening there, Jim. Well, I had planned on actually checking in on my PDN from the hotel in Halifax tonight, but the weather gods decided that we wouldn't be flying today, so I'm still in St. John's, where it's, well, we got minus 4 degrees, kind of gusty 66 kilometer an hour winds. Wind chill's about minus 13, and hopefully I will be back to Halifax. Well, probably by the time I get to the hotel, it'll be technically Friday morning, because we're flying out of here, all things being equal, at 17:40 into Montreal, layover in Montreal, then back to Halifax. So it's going to make for a long day. Anyway, thanks for doing the net, Jim. Thanks for calling me in, and I think after the day I've had, it's going to be a hot shower and crawl back into bed. VE1 JBL, VE9 GC via remote.
Yeah, okay, very good, Gordon. Yeah, good and everything there, and yeah, I know you get over there quite a bit. I don't know if you've heard me on the radio or lately mentioning, but me and Wendy are heading to Newfoundland in June. The first 12 days of June, we're heading to the west coast, all the way up the northern peninsula, and taking it all in for 12 days there. That's my very first trip over to Newfoundland, so really looking forward to it there. So Wendy was over last year with her sister, but this will be the first time for me. And we've got all the boat tours booked, and we've got all the walking tours booked, and the motels are booked. Everything is booked. Gordon, all we have to do is get there now. So really looking forward to it. Be like I say, be my first time. The only province I haven't been to. So really looking forward to it. Anyways, very good, Gordon. Take care. Have yourself a good night there. Have a good sleep there, and we'll talk to you again there for sure on the line here. 7-3 for now. V9 GC, VE1 JB, all clear. Okay, with that was our first round of short time stations and mobile stations. So maybe I'll take one more round. One more round of short time and mobile stations. Any short time or mobile stations before we open it up?
Victor Echo 1, Golf Uniform Yankee, V1 GUI.
And Victor Echo 1, Delta Echo Sierra.
VE1 DSS, portable.
Ski, India, November.
VE1 Juliet Sierra. Okay, what a fine crew coming in there that time. One at a time, no doubles or anything there. Worked out great. Okay, I have VE1GUI, VE1DES, VE1DSS, VE1WIN, and VE1JS. Top of the list, let's go see Joe. VE1GUI, VE1JBL, good evening.
V1GL, V1GUI. Oh, good evening there, Jim. Good evening to everyone on frequencies here on the Maritime Fusion Net. And there's V1CLV. I thought he'd come in after me. I don't know if you heard him or not, but it's Cliff, V1CLV. So you might draw him down and probably bring him in because he's just waiting, I guess. So anyway, well, that's nothing going on here. Just waiting, like they say, just waiting for this little disturbance coming along. Sometimes in the morning we're going to see what's going to drop off here. So look like some snow and rain and cold weather coming. I don't think no big storm or nothing, but anyway, we'll take it whatever she comes. I guess we've earned it. We've had a nice winter, and I guess we've earned it, so we're going to have to get some snow out of it after a while. VE1GUI, going clear. Thanks for calling me in, Jim.
Yeah, okay, very good, Joe. No problem at all there. And I've got Cliff down at the bottom here. So, Cliff, if you're on there, I'll get you at the end there. And yes, anybody who is checking in, if they hear a station in there that I don't come back and answer to, let me know, because sometimes you do miss them, and maybe one of you guys can hear it there. So, very good. Thanks, Joe. Have yourself a great evening there. Let's go see Dawn, VE1DES, VE1JBL. Good evening.
V1JBL, V1DES. Good hearing you, Jim. Good hearing you doing the net tonight. It's nice and quiet. I don't hear any dropouts. Might be a really good one this time. Nothing else going here. Like Joe was saying, just waiting to see what the weather's going to be. Another mess for Tuesday. March is going to be nasty. I'm just looking forward to spring. V1DES, going clear. Have a good evening.
Yeah, okay, very good, Don. Thanks very much for taking part there as usual. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Yes, conditions seem to be all right. I didn't check the speed tonight at the site, but it must be pretty good because I haven't heard a drop or anything yet. So keep our fingers crossed here. Knock on wood. Thanks, Don. Have yourself a great evening. And let's go down to Andy Conditions see Craig, VE1DSS, VE1JBL.
Thanks for doing the net, Jim. Thanks for calling me in. Yeah, that's supper's almost ready, and I've been told to turn that radio off when we're eating supper. So we'll get our check-in in done quicker and early tonight. But we're coming to you on a new FT5D that I picked up last week, and been learning a lot about it. Yeah, it's a wonderful radio, and we're learning lots about it. So nothing further from here. We'll see what the weather brings. Deal with it when it arrives. 273, everybody, and everybody have a great rest of the evening. VE1DSS.
Yeah, okay, very good, Craig. Good and everything there. The 5 is sounding very good for sure. And good on the new radio, and that just reminds me that we've got 3 radios that we're giving away at Smart this year. All 3 are Fusion radios, and that is one of the ones that we're giving away is the FT5. So for all you people out there that are going to take Smart in this year, that'll be one of the raffle prizes this year. Will be an FT5. We also have an FT70, and we have an FTM 200 mobile. So those are the 3 radios that will be given away at Smart this year. Thanks, Craig. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Let's win the Halifax. See Peter, VE1WIN. Good evening.
Jim, good evening all. Not too much going on here tonight, just taking it easy. Ain't too much day, so. With that, Jim, I'll turn it back to you. I got a phone call coming in. 7-3 for now. Everybody have a great week.
Yeah, okay, very good, Peter. Good on everything. Thanks very much for taking part. 7-3 for now. Let's see, John, BE1JS, BE1JBL. Good evening, John.
B1JBL the net, B1JS. Good evening, Jim. Thanks for doing the net. Thanks for calling me in. Just a big hello to everybody and 7-3 from Sandy Cove, where it was a beautiful day today. B1JBL, B1JS.
Yeah, okay, very good, John. Good to have you on board there tonight. Yeah, it wasn't a bad day here either, and but it's supposed to be cooling off the next few days now, but it wasn't too bad here today. Thanks, John. 7-3. Have yourself a great evening. Okay, let's go down to Wedgeport and see Cliff. VE1ZLB, VE1JBL. Good evening.
VE1JBL. Good evening, dear Jim. I think this is my first time on the Maritime Fusion Net. So we'll say good evening to one and all. Running a little Yaesu FT 70D and really enjoying it. So anyway, we'll just figure we check in here, give you another mark for the pot, and have yourself a good evening, dear. B1CLB. We'll be clear.
VE1CLB, VE1JBL. Okay, very good, Cliff. Good on everything there. And, welcome to the Maritime Fusion Net. Good to have you on board. Hopefully we'll hear you more often here. And that usually lasts for about an hour and a half by the time we get everybody checked in here. So you'll hear a lot of that local hams on here, that's for sure. So welcome aboard. And, yes, I also have the FT70D, Cliff. And many, many amateurs that are calling into this net also use the FT70D. So there's a lot of them out there. They're very good radios, good battery backup, great audio, and all-around good radio. And again, that's one of the radios that will be given away at the Smart this year. So anyways, thanks, Cliff, for coming in, and have yourself a great evening. Okay, that's the end of the short time and mobile stations, so we're going to open it up now with my provinces, and first we'll do PEI. So anybody from Prince Edward Island that would like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net, this is your time. Come on in. Any stations for PEI station, I'd like to check into the net. And George, I know you're probably out there, but I'm not hearing you, so I'll give you a second, see if I can pick you up there. But if anybody else from PEI wants to check in, go ahead. VY2, Julia Charlie, VE1JBL. Joe, I know you're in there, but you're very broken up, but I know enough that you were actually in there. Not sure where you're at or what the problem is, but you're just barely making it into repeater. So come ahead, I'll try and pick you out there. Go ahead.
Okay, I turned my antenna a little bit there, Peter. I don't know if that's any better or not. What was I going to say to you? Gee whiz, I forget what I was going to say now. But anyway, yeah, I don't know if you're getting me or not, so I'll not hold you up there. Thanks for calling us in. I guess I could have used my amplifier. I never even thought of turning that on. Thanks for calling us in there, and have a good night. And I'll talk to you again. 7-3, VY2, yeah, Charlie.
I at that time, but it was still muffled. Everything was muffled, and it was kind of almost broken up like digital tape. But everything enough did get through there, and I know you were going to say something, and you couldn't remember what you were going to say, and you were going to try a different radio and all that stuff. I did get all that, Joe, and thanks for trying. You moved the beam around a little bit. It helped a little bit. But anyways, we got you. So thanks, Joe, for coming in. Haven't talked to you for quite a while here, so good to hear you on there. And I'll give another call here for PEI. And George, if you're in there, we're still not hearing you in there. So I'll stand by and see if George or anybody else from Prince Edward Island would like to check in. PEI stations, go ahead. Nope, nothing heard, nothing heard. So we're going to move up to, well, let's go to, excuse me, let's go to Nova Scotia. Let's go to Nova Scotia. Any stations from Nova Scotia stations that would like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net? Nova Scotia stations, go ahead.
Director Echo 1, Julie Whiskey V1 JW.
Victor Alpha 1, Hotel Echo Lima.
Echo 1, Fox.
Okay, we got a slow start for Nova Scotia. So we got 3 stations at that time. We got VE1JW, VA1HEL, and VE1FSM. Any other stations from Nova Scotia that I missed? Go ahead.
Victor Echo 1 Charlie Bravo.
Alpha Romeo, VE1 JPR.
Victor Echo 1, Delta Alpha Delta.
Okay, I got 3 more stations there. I got VE1CB, VE1JPR, and VE1DAD. Let's go to the top of the list there. Eric, very good evening. VE1JW, VE1JVL.
Yeah, good evening, Jim, and everybody else on the net. Good net so far, but yeah, nothing too much to offer, I guess. Looking forward to Smart there in a few months' time, so hoping that nothing will change to prevent that, but looking forward to it. Lots of good things, lots of good prizes, some good seminars, so should be a very pleasant day. Other than that, just playing around here in FTE a little bit. Bands weren't real great today, didn't make a lot of contacts, but trying to work a station here in Macedonia on 40 meters, but I don't think he's hearing me. I've been trying him quite a while. I think he's a new country for me, so we were trying to get him, but I don't think he's hearing me. I'm hearing him, but I don't think he's hearing me. But anyway, we'll try him for a few more minutes till the net's over, and maybe we'll all of a sudden he'll point his antenna this way or something. Other than that, we'll just start listening with interest. VE1 JW.
Yeah, okay, very good, Eric. Good on everything. Good luck on the contact there, and good to have you on board as usual. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Will, VA1HEL, come on in.
VE1 JBL and Maritime Fusion Net. VA1HEL, Will, as Jim said. Not a whole lot going on here tonight, just trying to catch up on some paperwork and get my my week planner all sorted out here so that I know where I've been. That way if I have to think about it, I don't have to think hard. I think VE1LJ's invited me to a club meeting that he was a part of in Ontario, so that'll be interesting to see how they handle their meetings. Other than that, just kind of some peace and quiet before turning in for bed, so I'll hand it back over to you there, Jim. VE1JBL from VA1HEL.
Yeah, okay, very good. Will, good on the invite there, and everything else that's going on there. So good to have you on board. Thanks very much, and have yourself a great evening there. 7-3 for now. And I just got an email from George, BY2GF. He tried 5 times to get into the net, and I never heard him. I don't think anybody else did because it didn't even come up on the screen. His call sign never even come up on the screen. So anyways, I'm not sure what's going on, George, but I didn't even see you come up on the screen there. And maybe I'll try after this is over here. After we get, after this round's over, I'll try again. Okay, let's go see Frank. Frankie, you were all broken up too when you came in there. I could hardly pick you out. I got you on the screen more than hearing you. VE1 FSM, VE1 JBL. Go ahead.
VE1 JBL, VE1 Foxtrot Sierra Mike. That's probably my cold. My voice is all messed up and throat's pretty sore, so. Anyway, Jim, no real traffic, just more or less popping in, say hello, and give your mark for the book. Back over to you. VE1 JBL, VE1 Fox Sierra Mike.
Okay, very good, Frank. No problem that time. Everything was nice and clear that time, so you must have cleared your voice. Yeah, I'll do the same thing here. Thanks, Frank. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Now let's go down and see Claude, VE1 CB, VE1 JBL. Good evening.
VE1 JBL, good evening, Jim. And as you know, we had a wonderful sunny day here in Yarmouth today. But apparently we're getting a mess of snow tomorrow, Friday. Anyway, nothing to report. As you said, I have an FT70D, and so far working good. VE1 JBL, VE1 CB.
Yeah, okay, very good, Claude. Good and everything there. Yeah, there's a lot of them out there, that's for sure. And yours is sounding great there also, so very good. Thanks, Claude. Have yourself a great evening. Thanks very much for taking part. 7-3 for now. Let's go see Pat, VE1 JPR, VE1 JBL. Go ahead, Pat.
VE1 JBL on the net, VE1 JPR. We're on through Wires X here in a motel room in Halifax, and I think it's the same hotel that GC, Gordon say that. Geez, too bad you weren't here, man. We'd go out for a drink or something, but good old weather for St. John's. You just have to go just eat some more cod. I think that's what you got to do. So anyway, a little storm coming tomorrow. Hopefully maybe I'll make it home before it gets too nasty, but everybody stay safe. 73 to all. VE1 JPR.
Yeah, okay, very good, Pat. Good and everything. Yeah, if Gordon was here, you guys go out on the town there and light her up there. So very good. Okay, very good, Pat. Thanks very much, and have yourself a good stay there in Halifax. 7-3 for now. And David, VE1 DAD, VE1 JBL. Good evening.
Good evening, Jim, and everybody on frequency. Yeah, beautiful day here in Southwest Nova Scotia. Very, very awesome day. No traffic, just to check in. Thanks for doing the net. 73s.
Yeah, okay, very good, David. No problem at all there. Thanks very much for taking part in the net here. Appreciate it very much. 7-3. Have yourself a great evening. Okay, before we go to New Brunswick, I'm just going to try one more try with George. VY2GF, VE1 JBL. Any copy? Nope, nothing heard, George. I didn't even see you come up on the screen there, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Anyways, moving on. Let's go up to New Brunswick and take the first round of the province of New Brunswick. Stations from New Brunswick that would like to check into the Maritime Fusion Net. This is your time. Come on in.
I'm Victor Echo Alpha.
Victor Echo 9, Papa Alpha Lima. Victor Echo 9, PAL.
Victor Echo 9, Alpha India, VE9 AI.
Victor Echo 9, Oscar Sierra Kilo, VE9 OSK.
Victor Oscar 1 Kilo Juliet Mike.
Okay, I got 5 stations on the first run there. I got VE9 VEA, VE9 PAL, VE9 AI, VE9 OSK, and VO1 KJM. Any other stations from New Brunswick that I missed or that would like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net? Stations from New Brunswick, go ahead.
V9 Mike Whiskey Whiskey.
VE9 Whiskey, or Mike Whiskey Whiskey. I got you also, Mike. So, very good. Okay, top of the list, Vern. VE9 VEA, VE1 JBL. Come on in.
Yeah, VE1 JBL. Wednesday night Fusion Net Control. Good evening, Jim. Good evening to all fine, outstanding hams on frequency there for sure. Well, Jim, we've been riding along with you pretty well since the start, and you said got a fantastic net running there, nice and smooth and orderly as usual. So, sounds like it's going to be a good net on this Wednesday night. Anyhow, Jim, we're coming to you with the FT5. That's going through the new FTM 300, which is now set up as a node radio, and the 400 is set aside to relocate that. So that's what we're using, an FTM 300 as a node radio now, Jim, plus the FT5 handheld. So everybody on frequency, we're just coming in, Jim, to wish everybody on frequency a fantastic evening and a great wake-up call tomorrow. 7 dreams to all, 88s and ladies, a special good evening to the scanner listeners. We'll turn it back to you. VE1 JBL. Net Control, VE9 Victor Echo Alpha. Thanks for doing that and calling us in, Jim. Bye-bye.
VE9 VEA, VE1 JBL. Okay, very good for good and everything there. Glad to see you back in the saddle there again. You're sounding a whole lot better than you did last week, and of course a whole lot better than you did the week before that. So glad you're feeling a lot better there. I sent you an online card last week, Vern. I don't know if you ever got it, or maybe you didn't even realize what it was that came in the mail there. It was one of those online greeting cards. I didn't even really know how to do it. I figured it out and I sent you one anyways. Maybe you didn't even get it, but anyways, yeah, I sent you a greeting card there. But anyways, good and everything, Vern. I'm glad you're feeling better, and good to have you on board there tonight. Okay, let's go into Irishtown and see Paul, VE9 PAL. VE1 JBL, come on in.
Yeah, VE1 JBL, this is VE9 PAL. How you doing there, Jim and Vern and everybody else on the net? Yep, got the old 50-inch TV there. I just got in the other day there, a Roku there, and I got it all set up for the living room. Put the other 50-inch back in the back room there, with had a bright spot on it, so figure I'm not going to throw that out. I paid too much for it. It's just a little bright spot by the corner, so yeah. But they might last another few years. Anyway, take care, you guys, and have a great week. VE9 PAL.
Yeah, okay, very good, Paul. Yeah, good. Everything good on the new TV. Yeah, my 50-inch has Roku too, and I've used it a few times there. But the internet is very slow here. I have almost dial-up network here, Paul, at the cabin. So for me to get online doing streaming is almost impossible. But I do have Roku. I have all kinds of stuff on this television, but of course for all that online streaming, and I hardly get any of it from out here on the bad service that I have out here. But it is there and available. So very good. Thanks, Paul. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Let's go up to Fredericton and see Gary. VE9 AI, VE1 JBL. Come on.
VE1 JBL Net Control, VE9 AI. Good evening to everybody on frequency. And it was a nice day here, but windy. There's quite a bit of wind out. But anyway, it's going back into the deep freeze again, I guess. So it looks like. So nothing much new here, I guess. I got an antenna I want to put up, but I'm going to wait till warmer weather, I guess. Get a nice day, maybe I'll put it up. So I guess there's nothing much to add. Everybody have a great week, and hope to be around next week. Back to net control, VE1 JBL, VE9 AI. Have a good week.
VE9 AI, VE1 JBL. Okay, very good, Derek, and everything there. Thanks very much for taking part there tonight. And you also have a good week. And we're here again next week, that's for sure. Okay, let's go into the FNC Oscar, VE9 OSK, VE1 JBL. Good evening.
VE1 JBL, VE9 Oscar Sierra Kilo. Good evening, Jim, and everybody on the Fusion Net tonight. Working off our node tonight, and I installed the remote mic, little boom mic there. Works much better because I have it on my FT2D, so it's a little walkie-talkie. I don't have to grab around when I talk to it, so it's much better. Hopefully it sounds good there up on your end there. Thanks for doing that, sir. Thanks for calling me in. 7-3, Victor Echo 9, Oscar, Sierra Kilo.
VE9 OSK, VE1 JBL. Okay, very good, Oscar. Sounds absolutely perfect. No problem at all. Don't touch anything. It absolutely sounds perfect there, Oscar. So thanks very much for coming on board there tonight. Have yourself a great evening. VE1 KJM, VE1 JBL. I think it's Kenny. Come on in.
VE1 JBL, Victor Oscar 1 Kilo Juliet Mike returning to you. Downtown Moncton, New Brunswick, Metro, -7 Celsius. Very nice to see everybody at the local MAARC club this morning for the Wednesday meet and greet. I'm sure we'll see everybody again soon. And nothing further to add this evening for net. Thank you very much for calling me in, Jim. Good night.
Yeah, okay, very good. Thanks very much for taking part there tonight there, and glad you all got together there today at the clubhouse there. 7-3. VE9 MWW, VE1 JBL. Good evening, Mike.
Good evening there, Jim. Not too much going on here. Just checking in on this net, and then this be the end of my nets that I'll be checking in on Wednesday night. I like to say 73s to everybody, 88s to all the ladies if they're listening. V9 Mike Whiskey, I'll be clear.
Yeah, okay, very good, Mike. No problem at all. Very good to have you on board. Sounding great. And have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, we've done first round of all three provinces. So I do see a few stations here from outside the Maritimes on the board here. So if anybody from outside the Maritimes, I would like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net. Call sign here is VE1 JBL, Juliet Bravo Lima. My name is Jim. Located in Tignish Bridge, Nova Scotia. So anybody from outside of the Maritimes would like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net. Go ahead.
Victor Alpha 6, Foxtrot Papa.
Okay, I got Francis in there, VA6FB. Anybody else from outside the Maritimes? And from outside the Maritimes, would like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net. We'd love to have you come in. So anybody from outside the Maritimes, go ahead. Okay, nothing heard. We got a lot of shy people out there because I know there's some stations in there. Anyways, Francis. And how's the weather out there, Francis? I kind of looked, I had a peek at the weather tonight there, and brrr. That's all I got to say. Go ahead.
VE1JBL for the Maritime Fusion Net from VA6FB in the frozen province of Alberta. Oh my gosh, Jim, how are things this evening? I'm telling you, last week the wife and I met up with some friends in Montreal. We went down to Cuba for the week. Enjoyed the weather. It was plus 29 Celsius on average. So I came home. I guess I'm paying for it now. You're right, the temperatures are not doing too well. Minus 27 degrees Celsius at the moment, minus 33 with the wind chill. It was colder than that this morning. They say it's supposed to clear up by Sunday. I believe it when I see it. We'll keep our fingers crossed. It should be more seasonal temperatures. But other than that, things are well. I'm glad to hear a lot of the voices back home. I know some of them are having a few problems there, and sorry to hear that, but hopefully it will get cleared up and they'll be able to join the net. We'll ride along for the rest of it here listening in. And thanks once again, Jim, for doing the net, allowing us to check in. And always a pleasure to hear the voices back home from the Maritimes area. It's always nice, let me tell you. We're going to cut it short. 7-3 for now. VE1JBL from VA6FB in Wainwright, Alberta. 7-3 all.
VA6FB, VE1JBL. Okay, very good, Francis. No problem at all there. And yeah, glad you're staying warm. And yeah, you should have stayed down south. Why would anybody want to come back to this? I would just stay down there and hibernate for the winter. But I guess everybody wants to do that, but nobody can do it. So, anyways, very good, friends. Yeah, we're supposed to get some cold weather starting tonight. Actually, for the next 4 or 5 days, we're getting cold weather, but not that cold. Although it is going to be up to minus 20 tonight in Edmonton and Bathurst, that area. It's supposed to get up to about minus 20 or down to minus 20. We're only going to be about minus 10 or minus 12 or something like that. And that's what it's going to do now for the next 4 or 5 days here, Francis. Even the daytime temperatures are only going to be like minus 10, minus 12. That's going to be your daytime temperatures. So we're into a little deep freeze here until at least early next week there. So, but anyways, it's still February, so we can't expect too much. Anyways, very good, Francis. Thanks very much for taking part. Throwing out a log on the fire, and we'll talk again next week. 7-3 for now. Okay, with that, we've completed one round of everything for the Maritime Fusion Net. So we're going to start it up again. We're going to go back to PEI. Any stations from Prince Edward Island that would like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net, go ahead. Okay, nothing heard from PEI, so let's go into Nova Scotia. Second round of the stations from Nova Scotia that would like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net. Go ahead.
Victor, Echo 1, Kilo Echo Victor. Echo 1, Victor Charlie.
Victor Echo 1, Charlie Alpha.
Victor Echo 1, Echo Papa Delta.
Okay, I get a few of that time, and I think I missed one because I heard another beep as I was writing down one of the call signs. There might have been one other station in there. I'll tell you who I have here. I have VE1 KEV, VA1 Victor Charlie, VE1 Charlie Alpha, VE1 RPX, and VE1 Echo Papa Delta. Who did I miss from Nova Scotia?
Victor Echo 1, Echo Papa Juliet.
Okay, and I got a Victor Echo 3 station in there. I'll take him first because he was quite broken up there. Victor Echo 3, Echo Papa Juliet, VE1 JBL. Come on in.
Negative, sir, that was Victor Echo 1, Echo Papa Juliet. Victor Echo 1, Echo Papa Juliet.
Oh, okay, Victor Echo 1, Echo Papa Juliet. On your call sign, it's coming up Victor Echo 3, so you'll have to change that on your radio there because it's still coming up as Victor Echo 3, Echo Papa Juliet, but I'm changing it right now to Victor Echo 1, Echo Papa Juliet. And I won't take you first because you're a little broken up there, so go ahead, BE1EPJ, BE1JBL, come on in.
Well, hey, one JBL. Good evening, sir. Let's see. It was a little, it'd be a little rough getting into. I can do this sprint about getting some altitude on my antenna. Other than that, I have no traffic, sir. Back to radio. This is Victor Echo 1, Echo Papa Juliet, over.
Victor Echo 1, Echo Papa Juliet, Victor Echo 1, Juliet Bravo Lima. Okay, very good. Thanks very much for coming in. You were still broken up there a little bit, but we did get most of that. I'm just looking at your call sign on the database, and Earl Patrick John, which name would you like to go by? Which name should I put down on the log? Go ahead.
Let's just go Earl. Earl will be sufficient, sir. Thank you.
Okay, very good. So I'll put you down as Earl QSL. VE1EPJ, VE1JBL. Come on back and give me your first name again there. I lost all transmission that time. Go ahead.
Well, Victor Echo 1, Juliet Bravo Lima. Will be sufficient to Echo Alpha Romeo Lima. Thank you.
Okay, Roger, very good. We got you down there. Thanks very much for taking part in the net there. Hopefully we'll hear you more often there. 7-3 for now. Okay, top of the list, VE1KEV, VE1JBL. Go ahead, Kevin.
Yeah, very good evening, Jim. V1JBL from V1KEV. Good evening there. Good evening to all on the net there tonight. And sounding good there. And yeah, it sounds pretty cold out west, that's for sure. It was a beautiful day in the Maritimes, at least here in Moncton. And I think I've seen +3 degrees Celsius for a little while there. Unfortunately, it's -2 there now anyway, but we're just getting ready to go down for wings there, Jim. So we wanted to give you a quick check-in there, a mark for your book, and we'll say 7-3 and have yourself a great rest of the night there, Jim. V1JBL from V1KV, 7-3.
Oh, very good, Kevin. Okay, make me jealous. Going down for wings. Really good. Okay, I suppose that's at the elm tree. So very good. Good and everything. Enjoy the wings. Have a couple for me, Kevin, and probably a drink to go along with it. QSL?
Roger, roger.
Yeah, okay, very good, Kevin. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. You guys have a good time down there. VE1 Victor Charlie, VE1JBL, and the latest wildlife report from Dawn. Go ahead. VE1 Victor Charlie, VE1JBL. You there, Don?
Same old trick, picked up the wrong mic. Now I forgot what I started out with, but I was outdoors for a while today. I haven't been out for a long while, and I was talking to my neighbor, and we were in my old shed getting him some magazines. He wants to get out in his shed there and start dreaming about using his tools and stuff, and get to shake these old winter blues away. So, but it was nice standing out there today a little while and talking to him, and anyway, yeah, the red squirrels were acting up. I see they're getting their red stripes down their back now, and I see them chasing each other up and down the trees and all this stuff. I don't know if they get a sense that spring may come sometime near in the future now. I think we must have turned the big corner there now. I know it's going to be cold here for a while, but after that's over, maybe she'll start breaking. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, I got deer back there. They're here been there all the time, coming up for food or even at dinner hour. I start to cook my own dinner, and I gotta go see if there's any seed out there for them. They eat the same seed the birds do, but I don't give them much, mind you. But it's the hardest time of the year on the deer right now, so they get a little bit, and then away they go. So anyway, and I don't know. I was over on the other net, Jim, there the first half, so. You guys may all know about the big show that's on the television tonight on PBS. If somebody mentioned it, well, I didn't hear it. So tonight on PBS, 10 o'clock p.m. my time, the special tonight is the new eye on the universe, and they got all the latest pictures, and they'll have some documentary pieces put into it of the James Webb shots into the universe. So. For those people who are science buffs, it'll be a good night to watch it. 10 o'clock on my menu anyway, whatever it is in yours. So if you want to see it or tape it, it's on tonight. So The New Eye on the Universe it's called, and it's all about the James Webb and all the new pictures they got to show. And I guess that's it, Jim. I hope everybody's doing well. 7-3.
Okay, very good, Don. Good and everything. Yes, our squirrels are running around here. I've got I've got the one tame one that comes up and feeds into my hand here, but I've got looks like another family because there's 4 of them. I think there's about 4 of them, and well, he don't like them. And of course they're eating stuff on the ground, the bird seed, but they don't come up on the deck where I'm feeding this tame one here. But boy, when they do come up on the deck, he chases them right away. He's just making a lot of noise, and he chases them all the way, and then he comes back. So he doesn't seem to get along with the rest of them there. But anyways, I don't think they're going to go hungry because they're always on the ground. They're eating the bird seed that they got missed there. So I think they'll be fine. But yeah, we've never lost around here. So, very good. Thanks, Don. Have yourself a great evening, and we'll talk to you again. 7-3 for now. Robert, VE1CA, VE1JBL. Good evening.
VE1JBL, VE1CA. Good evening to you, Jim, and all those on frequency this evening. I had the radio there in the kitchen, and I almost forgot that I was going to be coming up there. So good thing I heard it. Not much more to report here. Just going to sit down and have some supper. Hope everybody has a great evening and stay warm with the cold temperatures that are coming up. 7-3 VE1JBL, VE1CA.
Yeah, okay, very good, Robert. Thanks very much for coming in there tonight. Have yourself a good supper. 7-3 for now. Let's go down and see VE1 RPX Richard down in Cambridge. Go ahead.
VE1JBL, VE1RPX. Hello, Jim. Hello, everybody else on the net. Yeah, it's been a great day here today. I went out HF Mobile. Lots and lots of contacts. 15 meters was just hopping like crazy. It's kind of unbelievable. I hit Hawaii and South Africa, so that was pretty good. Pretty happy with that. Well, I'll try to check in again next week. It's been a little while. Hope everybody has a good week, and we'll say 7-3 VE1JBL, VE1RPX.
Yeah, okay, very good, Richard. Good on everything there. Thanks very much for taking part there. Sounding good there tonight. No problem at all. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. And let's go down to West Pupnico. It's the Edwin. VE1 EPD. VE1 JBL. Come on in.
VE1 JBL. VE1 EPD. Oh, nice to hear everybody on tonight. Kind of cool out west, that's good. When the net started here, we had plus 3 degrees, and now I have 0. Still going down, so don't believe it's going to go very much down, but anyway, whatever will come, it'll come. And I've been fine all day, been outside in the woods all day, been cutting some wood, and Listen, that make the time go by and you're too nice to stay in. VE1 JBL, VE1 EPD. Thanks for calling me in, 73.
Yeah, okay, very good, Edwin, and glad you had a good day down there. And yeah, I think it was nice pretty well everywhere today there. So, but gonna be a little cool here for the next few days. Anyways, have yourself a great evening. Thanks very much, 7-3 for now. Okay, with that, that's the second round of PEI and the second round of Nova Scotia. So let's go back up to New Brunswick. I know there's a lot more out there. This is the VE1 JBL net control for the Maritime Fusion Net, looking for stations from New Brunswick. Stations from New Brunswick. Go ahead.
Victor Echo 9, Delta Echo November.
Victor Echo 1, Alpha Japan, Quebec.
Victor Echo 9, Mike Alpha Hotel.
Okay, I got 3 stations that time. I got VE9DEN, VE1AJQ, and VE9MAH. Anybody else from New Brunswick? Anybody else like check in the Maritime Fusion Net? This is your time. Go ahead.
Victor Echo 9, Romeo Sierra Hotel.
And I also got VE9RSH. Top of the list, VE9DEN. Good evening, Denny. How's things up in Dalhousie?
Well, good evening, Jim. Good evening to one and all on the Maritime Net here this evening. Everything is good here. Cold, monsieur. Not as cold as Frank here, but minus 12 here, and feels like minus 20 God. But we're going to get it tomorrow, I guess. Tomorrow is 20 plus there. So, but I got in the back of my mind that this summer is going to be plus 20. So, you know, I don't mind that. But I don't go out there in the States or in Florida or Tampa and those places there. I don't go up there. It's too hot, and I don't know. Like I like to spend my money, but I like to spend my money around here buying stuff. I look at it, eh? This way here, I can say, well, that's what I spent on there. But good for those people that likes it. That's it. That's all I can say, eh? But everything is good here. No problem there. Got lots of snow and lots of wind and so on and so forth all winter. But we had a great winter. Put it that way there. It wasn't all that bad for coal. So there you go. All the best. Thanks for doing the net, Jim. We'll chat with you again. And good evening to everyone aboard there. VE1 GBL for the Maritime Net. VE9 DEN Denny here in Dalhousie. Over.
Yeah, okay, very good, Denny. Good and everything there. And yeah, I guess we're really going to get it, that's for sure. They're giving minus 14 for us here tonight. But they're only giving minus 12 as the high tomorrow. So once we get it, it's not going to go away here for a few days anyway. So, but anyways, just another log on the fire is all we can do, Denny. Thanks very much for taking part. 7-3 for now. VE1AJQ, VE1JBL. Bob, come on in there from Westcott.
Good evening, Jim, and all on frequency. Finally got the night off from throwing stones in circles, so I thought I'd check in and see what was going on. Other than that, it's nothing new, strange, or startling. VE1JBL, VE1AJQ, listening.
Yeah, okay, very good, Bob. Good to hear you on there. I hadn't heard you for quite a while there, so hopefully weren't sick or anything, but good to have you on board. You're sounding good there tonight, so good to have you on board there. 7-3. Have yourself a great evening. And let's go to see Michelle, BE9MAH up in the F, BE1JBL. Good evening.
VE1JBL, VE9MAH. Good evening, Jim. Just giving you another check-in in the books. Not much going on here. It's a little cool out there anyways. It's even coming home this afternoon, it's like the sun was shining, but oh boy, the wind was cold. All right, have a good evening. VE1JBL, VE9MAH.
Yeah, okay, very good, Michelle. Good to have you on board there tonight. Thanks very much for taking part there tonight. And yeah, it's going off now, that's for sure. So 7-3, and have yourself a great evening. Okay, with that, we've done 2 rounds of the Maritime Fusion Net for all the maritime provinces. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to open it up. It's just 1 hour. So we did that. We did good tonight there. We got 2 rounds in 1 hour. So anyway, what we'll do now, we're just going to open up for anybody anywheres. Anybody anywheres that would like to check into the Maritime Fusion Net. Call sign here is VE1JBL. My name is Jim, located in Tignish Bridge, Nova Scotia. So anybody from anywheres that would like to check into the Maritime Fusion Net, go ahead.
Victor Echo 1, Papa Sierra, V1PS.
Victor Echo 9, Mike Tango Victor Mobile. Victor Echo 9, Mike Tango Victor Mobile.
Okay, I got 3 stations that time. I got VE1PS, VE9MTV, and Ron, I didn't hear you, but I did see you come up on the screen, VE1AIC. Anybody else from anywhere that would like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net, go ahead.
Victor Echo 9, Romeo Sierra Hotel.
Victor Echo 9, Papa India November, VE9 PIN.
Okay, I got VE9RSH and VE9PIN. Top of the list. No, let's go get Mike first. He's mobile. He's probably just in the Moncton area, but I better take him first in mobile. VE9MTV mobile, VE1JBL. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, VE1 JBL with the Maritime Fusion Net, Victor Echo 9, Mike Tango Victor Mobile, downtown Moncton. How are you doing tonight there, Jim? Kind of chilly a little bit outside, but certainly with that wind there, it's right to the bone, I guess. Yeah, also just got in the vehicle there and heard the net was still on, so better check in here before it terminates. And nice to hear everybody on there. And other than that, no traffic, Jim. Just to check in, say hi to everybody, and have yourself a good week there and a good day today. 7-3 to all. Back to you, Jim. VE1 JBL with the Maritime Fusion Net, VE9 MTV Mobile.
Yeah, okay, very good, Mike. Good and everything there, and safe driving through the city there. And we'll talk to you again. 7-3 for now. Let's go down to Halifax area and see Peter. VE1PS, VE1 JBL. Good evening.
V1 JBL in the group, V1 PS, good evening. Yeah, I just was puttering around here and forgot that the net was on, so I turned it on at 5.2 in hopes that I'd catch everybody here, and I have, so no further traffic. Actually, a little bit further. I was out a short while ago with the dogs in the backyard. What a spectacular moon this evening. The way the sun as it's setting is illuminating the moon. It was you can actually see the full moon shape, and only the crescent lit up. It was that clear. Anyway, enough of that.
Back to you, Jim. V1 JBL in the group, V1 PS.
V1 PS, V1 JBL. Okay, very good, Peter. Good on everything there. Yes, I didn't see it tonight because I had to do the net here, but last night I went out, and it was just the slimmest of crescent moon. It was beautiful. You could just barely see it. You could see the outline of the whole moon, but you just could see this very slim crescent moon, and above it was Venus, and above it was either Saturn or Jupiter that was above it. So there was three things right one above each other. And I guess they call that a celestial event when you have things like that. And it was beautiful last night there. So, anyways, yeah, it was probably great there again tonight there. So, good and everything, Peter. Thanks very much for taking part in the net there. 7-3. Talk to you again. Okay, let's go over to the island and see if I can pick up Ron there. And George tried to get in several times, Ron. Nope, never heard him. It never even come up on the screen here. He sent me an email saying he tried half a dozen times, but couldn't get in. Never heard him, never seen him on the screen. And I didn't hear you this time either. I did see the call sign come up, so come on in. VE1 AIC, VE1 JBL, go ahead. VE1 AIC, VE1 AIC, VE1 JBL. Any copy, Ron? Nope, not hearing anything from Ron there. I'll pick him up at the end there. VE9 RSH, VE1 JBL. Good evening.
VE1 JBL, VE9 RSH. Good to hear you, Jim, and everybody on net tonight. I was just sitting here listening to the net and thought I'd check in, give you another mark for the book. Not much happening here in the metropolis of Barry Mills. Just enjoying the weather. I don't mind the cold at all. Anyways, I'll turn back to net control. Everybody have a good evening and 73 all.
VE9 RSH, VE1 JBL. Okay, very good, Rich. No problem at all there. Good to have you on board there tonight, and thanks very much for taking part. 7-3 for now. Let's go up to Edmundston, where it's going to be another nice and cold night. VE9 PIN, VE1 JBL. Good evening, Bert.
Good evening, everyone. Minus 14 with a clear moon at the moment. I think they're calling for minus 21 roughly there. That's what I saw earlier in the news. Not much to report besides that. Went to work this morning. Came back around lunchtime. I cleaned the yard there. The sun was hard, so we wanted the beef to come back. So we had about an inch of light foliage snow there. So just used a scrape and no glove even, and it was so nice outside. So we did the yard and around. And what else? Middle of the week, and we wish everyone a good rest of the week and stay safe.
Yeah, okay, very good, Bert. Good at everything there, and yeah, have yourself a great week there, and stay warm up there for sure. And Denny was saying it's cold over his way too, so it's there for a while. 7-3. Have yourself a great night. 7. Okay, with that, let's take another round. Stations from anywheres that would like to check into the Maritime Fusion Net. First, before we do that, Ron, are you back there? VE1 AIC, VE1 JBL. Any copy now?
I think there's a problem with the repeater there. Oh, I don't know what's going on. Half the time it doesn't seem to want to receive, Jim. Could be G-Sense. No, I don't know. It's decided to act up tonight. They want AI
Okay, very good, Ron. I got you that time there, and the repeater you say is acting up there. It was kind of a little hit and miss, but we got you that time there. And like I say, George tried half a dozen times to get into the net there, but never heard a thing from him there. I assume he was trying through your repeater. I don't think he was going to the Amherst repeater. I assume he was going through your repeater there. So not sure what's happened there, but I didn't pick him up at all there tonight there. So very good. Thanks, Ron, for trying. Anyways, have yourself a great night. 7-3 for now. And I guess that's it for everybody on that row. So let's open it up again. Anybody from anywheres? Anybody from anywheres? I'd like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net. This is your time. Come on in.
Victor Yankee 2, Juliet Charlie, recheck. Yeah, Jim.
Victor Alpha 1, Bravo India Lima, VA1 VIO.
VE1 Tango United.
Okay, I got 3 stations that time. I got VA1 VIL and VE1 Tango United, and Joe, I got you as a recheck. So come on in, VY2 JC, VE1 JBO. You're sounding a whole lot better that time.
Yeah, okay, very good, Jim. Yeah, I just wanted to try it one more time there with my amplifier on, see if I'm on the Amherst repeater here, and I'm just right on the verge of making it, not making it there. I tried on, I was listening to your net on the mountain repeater, and all of a sudden, just like a light switch, it went off. And then it come back on again, so I don't know what happened. But anyway, and that's what I wanted to tell you before there. So anyway, thanks for letting me come in again there. Hi to Bill and the other two scallywags coming up behind us. Thanks for letting me in again, Jim. And I heard Kevin a while ago. Hello to him. VY2JC. Thanks.
Okay, very good, Joe. No problem at all there. Yeah, I sound a whole lot better that time. So good to have you on board there. 7-3. Have yourself a great night. Okay, let's get down to Greenwood. Oh, are you up in Spring Hill? You did tell me, I think, a week or so ago you're going to be up here. Let me know. VA1 VIL, VE1 JBL. Come on in.
VE1 JBL, VA1 VIL. Good evening, Jim. Everybody else on the net. No, I'm still in the valley here. -1 here in I'm in Wilmot, and yeah, it's I'll be up. I'm coming up on the weekend. That's the plan. I was going to come up tomorrow, but something came up. But so I'll be up at Spring Hill after that, and we'll see what's happening. Anyway, I don't have much. Hope everybody has a great rest of the week, and 7-3 VA1 VIL.
Yeah, okay, very good, Bill. I knew you were coming here sooner than later, but anyways, okay, good to have you on board. Sounding good. And have yourself a great evening there. And VE1TU, VE1 JBL, come on in.
VE1 JBL. This is VE1 Tango United. Good evening, Jim. Good evening, Paul on the net. Name here is Dennis. Location Fredericton. And we had a nice day here today. It was about +6 out on the deck this afternoon, but cools down fast when the sun goes down. So other than that, Jim, we don't have too much. So back to you. This is VE1 Tango United.
Yeah, okay, very good. Dennis, VE1TU, VE1 JBL. Very good. Good to have you on board there tonight there from Fredericton. And thanks very much for taking part in the night in the net. Do appreciate it there. 7-3 for now. Okay, with that, let's open it up again. 8:15 here. So any stations from anywheres, inside or outside the Maritimes, any mobile stations, anybody else that would like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net before we close? This is your time. Go ahead. Okay, not hearing anything. We're going to make this the last call. This will be the last call for the Maritime Fusion Net for February the 22nd. Last call for the Maritime Fusion Net. This is VE1JBL Net Controller. Last call for the Maritime Fusion Net. Go ahead. And with that silence, we will declare the net closed. I want to thank everybody who took part tonight there. We had 43, so good net tonight. 43 check-ins tonight. So I want to thank all the amateurs for checking in tonight. We also want to thank the owners of the repeaters and the nodes who linked in tonight to help us expand the area for local hams to check in. For more information about the Maritime Fusion Net, go to the Moncton Area ARC website at www.maarc.ca. That's Mike, Alpha, Romeo, Charlie.ca. And click on Club Activities and Nets. Now that that is concluded, the CQ Maritime's room is now open for general use. This is Victor Echo 1, Juliet Bravo Lima, VE1JBL, Jim, in Tignish Bridge, Nova Scotia, saying good night all, and everybody stay warm. And we'll hope to hear everybody on next Wednesday night, which will be the 1st of March. We're getting there. And it will be Mike, VE9MTV, that will be the net controller. So hopefully everybody will check in next week and have a check-in with Mike there. This is VE1JBL Clear. Good night all.